welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. Hope you're all ready for this one, and it comes your way next.
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants. Along with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin here, and partner, let's examine this Tokyo Ball Club as they enter play. It's been a good season for them so far, and they're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback from the University of Utah.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. On the option, they'll go with Knight. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's Knight on the handoff. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And that one too wide and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Stroud to throw it. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Redmond out route to Hill, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Redmond. Here's Griffin on the catch. And he's brought down. His first ever catch in a Super Bowl, a nice moment, and also a first down.
This is Knight. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A run with Knight.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
48 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Back to throw. Redmond. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 10 yards out.
And the Giants are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Finds Gibbs on a check down.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Stroud sets up the play action.
And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Stroud. This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Now Stroud. Complete. Jefferson the target.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Stroud out of the gun here.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Stroud will look to throw once more.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Brock Bowers
from 3 yards out.
And the Dragons are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
Well, that's brought in by Knight.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
His fourth catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we are ready to return to Super Bowl 62 action. Start of the second quarter. Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Knight. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
On the carry, here's Knight.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Operating from the gun, Redmond. Complete. This is Lewis. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
The kick by Fairbairn is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Stroud. He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Third down and 1. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Stroud looking to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. From the 33, here's second down and 5. Gibbs straight ahead. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Stroud working out of the gun. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. And Stroud now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Pearson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Stroud toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. A toss out right to Gibbs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Now he'll escape to his right, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. C.J. Stroud, a 6-yard touchdown run, and the Dragons have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Redmond. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And taken right on the 30. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Back to throw. Stroud. Here's a diving catch right side. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. The slot man in motion right. Back to throw now on 1st down. So he stopped for no gain, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Stroud. And that will be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And New York set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Knight. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Up the middle they go. Knight. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Knight. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd down and 4. Looking to throw. Redmond. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he will have a Giants 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back to throw. Redmond. And a loose football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you up to one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Stroud to throw it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Looking deep here for Chase.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Looking to throw. Stroud. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Redmond. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
And the Giants send out their punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Let's take it inside his own 40. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
Fights off the defender. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung it. It got his man, complete, and it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards.
And the Dragons will extend their third-quarter lead here in the Super Bowl.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Jalen Carter able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Redmond. And he's going to go down again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Here's Stroud. Finds Gibbs on the check down.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Stroud off the play fake. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Giants will take over here just shy of the 30.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw.
Redmond. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Knight. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Back to throw. Redmond. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Now Stroud. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
31 yards.
and the Dragons are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good.
Back to finish off the big one, the Super Bowl 62, as we get you set for the fourth and final quarter. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
And New York set to take the field.
Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Well, that's brought in by Knight.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Redmond eluding the pressure right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Aiden Hutchinson bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Back to throw. Redmond. He finds his man. Complete. That's Knight. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Giants on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Redmond. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Jalen Carter
in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10. Gibbs on the toss left. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 90 yards rushing for him now, a big part of why they lead in this Super Bowl. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Stroud.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Dragons are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Redmond. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Jalen Carter make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Here's 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Redmond.
Into space at the 45.
As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Looking to throw. Redmond.
Slant pass. Griffin's got it.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
Goes right back to him. It's Griffin again.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Knight. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff up the middle. Knight. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 3rd down, it's Knight. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. In motion, Hill.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, here's Gibbs.
Oh, some strong running, and he's going to get this inside the 30. The third down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Another run for Gibbs here.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
Commissioner Goodell on the podium to make the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to a very worthy franchise, the champions of Super Bowl 62. So that'll do it for another remarkable season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Charles Davis, all of our crew, for all of you at home, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll do it all again come the fall. Till then, good night from the Super Bowl.